Hey, what's up, guys? It's Franco here, and I'm back with another Clash of Clans video today. And we are on my second account here, Franco Mac, who is the leader of Sorry Man 3.0, which is our feeder clan. And this is the account, if you don't know, that I only use wall breakers for. So I don't have any other troops unlocked. And I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about this brand new update of the troop training time. So here's the new user interface. And I noticed that I get a lot of traction whenever I post videos when updates are kind of released, and I always have opinions about these updates, but I like to just play it and feel them out for a little bit. So honestly, now I kind of have a feel for this update a little bit more. But before I talk about how it works with this account, I would like to go over to my main account. So I have the two unique perspectives on this update. The one is where you're in regular trophy range, which is everybody from what does it even go down to? Bronze 3 all the way up to Titan 1. And then you have everybody in Masters League. So on my main account, I'm actually in Masters League, and I have to promote or report that a lot of good things are happening even in Legends League. I think I might have said Masters League by accident there, but even in Legends League, I think this update is so nice with automatic troop training time. So there are a lot of factors for being not in Legends League, but I think some of them that are in Legends League need to be outlined first because they're not as significant as everybody, all the other trophy ranges, but still I think help out a lot with a lot of quality life stuff. So first of all is, well, you can see before I watch this attack how much better I'm doing in my attacks. And I'm literally better at attacking now, and the reason might be a little misleading, but I'm actually using Clan Castle troops for every attack because now Clan Castle troops, that is the biggest thing about this update, are so much easier to donate because when you donate with the Clan Castle troops now, so say I see one of my clanmates request and I go over to donate. Actually, we can. Well, I would do it live, but we're in a replay right now. If I were to go donate, realistically, I just hit donate and I spend the elixir, and then that's the end of the day. I don't have to go back into my troop training screen, or I don't have to go and train those troops and then donate them. Well, delete my troops, train those troops, donate those troops, and then retrain my troops. All in all, if you don't have the troops in your army camp that you want to donate, it could take like 10 minutes. So it's like a 10 minutes just for this guy just to get his Valkyries, or his Rage spell, or his Invisibility spell. He's like kind of ridiculous. And with this new update, well, let's talk about the old update. If I had the dragons and I wanted to donate them dragons, that's at least 4 minutes because dragons take 2 minutes to train for each, and then a couple balloons. That's like 5 minutes. Even if I had the troops or the spells in my army camp, that's an extra 5 minutes that you don't have to waste anymore. And now I just think people are donating Clan Castle troops so much more frequently, and it's just so much friendlier to donate them. And also, like, you could be thinking that the elixir cost or whatever might be significant, and it might be. It's like 45,000 for a siege machine, which, hey, I don't think that's cheap. But if you watch the Clash of Clans team when they released the update, they were saying that they're still fixing with or messing around with the prices of these troops that you have to donate because they don't want to have it too cheap where you can just donate and it's negligible, but they want to have it a little bit pricey so that when you donate, you kind of feel it a little bit. But it's like it still takes something to donate. It's not just for free, or else there's really no point in it. Well, this is against a Town Hall 15, which is kind of rare at 5,500 trophies. But there was a hole in the base here for the Royal Champion, and it's funny when you Royal Champion walk against low-level Town Halls. She gets so much value. It's not even funny. And she gets so much value that I almost time fail sometimes because I forget to do the rest of the attack just because I'm like, she's getting so much value. And that almost happened in this attack, but it did not because you saw there was a 3-star. But so donating is so helpful, and then ultimately, when I have Clan Castle troops at all times, because everybody's way more willing to donate, way less cost to donate, I get triples significantly more often. And honestly, in Legends League especially, it is helping out my attack strength so much because I would always attack in Legend League without Clan Castle troops. I'd be like, I have to save them for war. I don't want to inconvenience someone because, like I said, it was an inconvenience and all these different factors. So I just never would, and I would only ever do it near the end of the Legend League season, which is why I'm kind of doing it now. But now I'm like, I might just always request them for every attack all the time, and it's kind of nice because then all it does is it makes the training time between armies. So, I mean, I'm sure everybody kind of knows this, but it makes the training time between armies zero. But then all you have to do is just wait the 10 minutes for clan castle troops. And if you log on and already have clan castle troops, you do an attack, request, someone, assuming you're in an active clan, donates right away, you do your second attack. So you can always basically do both attacks back to back, assuming there's active people in your clan. And then you can even wait 10 minutes and do a third attack. So realistically, if you're competing at like the high level here, if you wanted to spend your raid medals, you can do all 8 attacks right away, which is kind of cool. And if you don't want to, you don't have to, and you can just wait for someone to donate your clan castle troops. But basically, I thought it would break the game a little bit, being like you do all 8 attacks right away, but you still have to wait for clan castle troops, especially as free to play. And I know as pay to play, you can wait the 2 minutes. So when you request while you're doing your, or no, you can request and then while you're doing your attack, it'll recharge, and then you'll be back filled, and you can basically do all 8 attacks continuously, assuming someone else in your clan is online. But honestly, having the 10-minute buffer period between attacks, I think is the perfect amount of time because before it was like 42 or 44 minutes between attacks. And like, if you're like me and you're addicted to Clash of Clans, you log on and it's only been 30 and you're still like, well, I want to do attacks, I had my little break, but I want to do more and I can't. So then you create another account or go on your other account, do attacks on your other accounts. But now it's like you log on, and realistically, you're not really going to log on more often than 10 minutes between sessions. So all the troops are trained. You just gotta wait for those clan castle troops if you want, or even if you want to attack a town hall 15 like this, you don't even use clan castle troops, which is exactly what I did, and then I got right into my next attack. So it's really nice if you just are able to swag clan castle troops. But besides the clan castle troops and the attack power, another huge factor that I love about this update in Legends League and especially in the lower trophy ranges is the swagging of spells. So this is one of the things that I don't think a lot of people realize would be a repercussion from this update. But when you attack. And let's say I forgot to use all my invisibility spells. Let's say I ended the battle and I was like, oh, I didn't drop all the invisibility spells, whatever, I didn't drop a rage spell. How it used to be was I would try to swag and put down all the spells as quickly as possible before I forgot, or else it would kind of fuck up the next army camp that was queued. And sometimes you'd forget, and then you'd have 2 poison spells. You'd be like, oh my god, what just happened? Like, how did this just happen? Like, I swear I dropped all my spells, and then you hit auto train or quick train from the last army, and it happens again. And it just gets really annoying, and especially when you drop like only a half army camp, like if you're farming, and then you have to auto train the second half, but you don't want it to be the half that you already dropped. Like assuming it's sneaky goblins and super wall breakers, you don't want to train too many sneaky wall breakers or super wall breakers, not enough sneaky goblins, and it's just kind of like one of those weird things that's like a quality of life update that I never really thought would be fixed. And with this update, essentially you go in every time with a pre-selected army. So it doesn't care if I don't drop a single dragon, all 14 dragons, or just 13 dragons. Every time I go to do an attack, I don't have to think about that. I can swag whatever spells I want, and I'll always be attacking with the same army, and I'll never have to double check. I'll go into a Legend League attack, go hit attack, and I'll be like, oh my god, I forgot to train rage spells. Or I forgot to train invisibility spells. Or oh my god, my queen's still asleep. I was like, everything's awake except for the dumb warden who's still recovering. I was like, how does that make any sense? I was like, all the other heroes are alive, or in my case, it's usually the royal champion because I use her to like die right away in the beginning. And I'll be like, no way, the royal champion still had 2 minutes remaining of recovery. You gotta be kidding. And that is one of the craziest things, that you can have all your heroes die and then still have them up for the next battle and the next battle and the next battle and the next battle. And with that, I think I covered most of the things with Legends League, but I think it's a good transition into my second account here, and I think it is one of the coolest updates ever. And I just spent the past about like 15 minutes. I sent a message gonna fill up my Dark Elixir storage. I know it was an hour 42 minutes ago, but I checked and it was roughly 15 minutes later, and I filled up my Dark Elixir storage. And I'm just gonna show what I do, and it is so nice because with this account, I only have heroes basically. And what I used to have to do is I'd shoot the giant arrow, and I could not let the queen take a single damage because if she took a single damage, eventually if she died or something and then took a damage, she wouldn't have any life. And then for the next battle, I wouldn't even have her, and I'd be like, oh my god. So I would be super protective of the heroes. But now that is a thing of the past. I can just do a full hero charge, dive with as many wall breakers, activate the Eagle Artillery, get sloppy, put down tons of invisibility, rage, whatever, just to farm. And I usually just go for the Dark Elixir storage, so as soon as I get that, I usually end the battle. And if you end the battle, you only lose like 6 trophies, or you could just try to get the Town Hall or get a 50% and gain one. And it's a net neutral. So even when I lose, it's only -7. And if you're concerned about trophies, you can just use the rest of your army and just get that one trophy. Because if you're getting that one trophy, then you're not losing or gaining. And also, there's no consequence of using spells and stuff because they automatically regenerate. And what I do for most of the time is I just throw in the quad hero push against all the collectors, and I'm able to get so much loot. And if I was doing this a week ago, I would have to retrain all these wall breakers. I could only really do this for like 3 attacks because the heroes you see that are taking significant damage, and ultimately I can just get super sloppy with my attacks, which is the exact opposite of what I said is happening in Legends League. And I can even just throw down random spells in the middle of the base and not even care because nothing matters anymore. This update is so funny. And then if I want to, I can just tank 7 trophies. I was like, realistically, I don't really know how the trophy balancing is going to end up working. And you might be thinking, like, oh, now with all these people doing so many attacks, there's not going to be much loot. But it's like, even if there isn't much loot, say the loot is halved. Say all these attacks that I found would be double in Dark Elixir. It's like, dude, you can attack at. I would even be willing to say, like, 2, 3, or 4 times the pace and volume that you were before. So even if loot is horrible and you're only attacking for 3,000 Dark Elixir, you can do it like 6 times in a row or like 10 times in a row in 10 minutes and get a full storage. So I just think this is such an insane update. Because I used to have such trouble getting Dark Elixir because either you got to gain super high in trophies and then farm down just by shooting the Queen's Giant Arrow through Dark Elixir storages, and then gain back up slowly. But like you can only drop 700 trophies very infrequently. But I'm like, now you can just maintain drop trophies, whatever, so easily, or not drop, just maintain trophies so easily while farming. This is the farmer's dream of an update. And I honestly, I didn't want to say this, but I don't really see this update. I don't see the current state of this update sticking around long. Like, I think this is so insanely broken. Um, I don't really even know how to put it, but I think like there has to be an update or something that Supercell's gonna have. I think they have to change something because I just feel like the economy of the game, in my opinion, is just like way too fun. Is like way too good. I've never been able to have like this much fun in the game before. So I don't really know. I actually thought I would get burnt out of farming pretty quick on this account from doing this, but I was thinking farming in the old sense of old sense of the way, like for farming in the sense of that you always have to retrain your troops and whatever. It's all these little nitpicky things, but now farming, which I even always like kind of hate because it was like too annoying, is just so fun. I was like, now like I can just spend more time playing the game, and honestly, I did not see this coming, and I have to applaud them. Like this is such a cool and great update. Especially for someone like me who doesn't have troops and just likes to do hero spam. Because you think zero training time for troops is like crazy, but it's like zero training time for heroes is even crazier, man. That's just like I don't even know. But yeah, I mean, I think that's just about everything that I wanted to cover. If we take a look back at my main account here, I mean, another thing that there's so many things that are great about this update, apart from not having access to auto assigning the Builder Apprentice. which is so annoying. But I don't want to get into the negatives of, oh, okay, it auto signs on this account, but not my other account. I forgot. But even just donating Dark Elixir stuff, because I always have full Dark Elixir. I know they just released some new pet levels, but realistically, this gets full all the time. There's nothing for me to do with it. And now I can spend Dark Elixir for donating. And even when we go to War Day, I just go in and I donate all the Dark Elixir troops. I'm like, there's no cost to me. I don't have to train these. I don't have to spend all these time training these instead of training my army, which would honestly be fine now because I can do all 8 attacks really quickly. But this is just, if this isn't the greatest quality of life update Clash of Clans ever released without intentionally trying to make it a quality of life update, I don't know what is. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comments below. I know a lot of people are still negative towards Legends League, but even in Legends League, man, like this is so nice. I don't even think they have to change it. I'm not gonna lie. But that's it for the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.